Hi, Geminis. Sorry, there's I don't know what is going on outside right now. Maybe my neighbor's dumping the bread outside the window again. But hi, Geminis. Happy birthday. We're in you guys' season now. I have been away for a lot longer than anticipated. Unless you follow me on Instagram, then you know I've just been running around doing whatever. But I have a lot of changes going on right now ever since that first eclipse in Aries happened. It's been a whirlwind. I have to move unexpectedly a lot sooner than I wanted to. I thought I was gonna be in this apartment for another year, but that's not happening. So I have a lot of stuff that's going on. I'm also getting ready to do something with my photography later in the year, which I've been trying to get all that together. So that's what I've been up to, plus some other stuff that when it happens or when it's about to actually happen is when I'll probably tell you all about it. I don't want no bad juju coming on me. But let's get right into you all's reading, see what is going on with you all's life, any advice that could come out. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy your birthday season. Starting Gemini season and then all the way through the summer is usually a good time for me. So we will see how this message and this season is going to be, what the outlook is. So let's get into it. Immediately, a lot of you found the strength to get yourself out of a situation that you didn't feel was placing you where you needed to be. That's the message that's coming right now. You guys have the Hangman in the reverse. I don't read this card the traditional way when it's in the reverse like most people do, where it's just you're stuck. To me, when it's upright, it's basically saying you're giving something a lot of thought. You're trying to make sense of some area of your life. But when for me, reading it, when it's in the reverse, it's saying that you've come out of something. You've gained the realization of whatever this is. The delusion has been shattered. So now you're having to face the truth of a situation. And I feel like that's whatever you guys have gotten out of at this point, or what you're going to be getting out of. There you go, the Eight of Cups, walking away. Let's get the rest of these cards out, and then I'm going to clarify some of them. See, we're going to get nosy with it. Uh-oh, that was a lot of cards that came out. Okay, let's say the Fool, the Strength. Okay. You guys took a big risk. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, and you also have the Five of Pentacles. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups reversed, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Swords also in the reverse. The King of Cups. What this is showing is that there was something for a lot of you, something that there was a lot of confusion based around. You didn't have all of the information. You also probably didn't have the emotional clarity to finally let something go that you were having trouble with. There was something that was very challenging for a lot of you, and then the clarity came in. That's this Hangman in the reverse, to actually get you out of something that was not good for you mentally or emotionally. A lot of you are very upset about this, as this is recent that happened, and you're going within to try and figure out in the future, how can this be prevented? What is it that I have to change about myself? Or what is it that I know not to look for now in the future if I see the red flags about something already? For a lot of you, either this could be you. Remember when I'm telling you all about this, you can either put yourself in the position of the person that's doing all of this, or you could put yourself in the person that this has been done to. So for a lot of you, you all recently, or you will be, or this could just still be in your energetic field. This is something that's from a while back. You had to come to the realization that something was taking all of your energy with this Hangman in the reverse. All your energy was being depleted. You have the Pisces and you have the Virgo. So a lot of stuff came to your realization that you were probably in your delusions about, or somebody made you think that something was not what it was, if that made sense how I just worded that. And so there was a lot of confusion around something that was draining you emotionally. It was pulling away from your inner source, your inner power. And it got to the point where either you or this other energy had to end up leaving things behind. You had to walk away. You had to go in search of something that was going to be more fulfilling for you. You felt like, I can't put any more energy towards this. Even though it's going to hurt me to walk away, I'm better off walking towards something new. This is something that brought you a lot of worry because a lot of you are just like, it's this sense of, am I not good enough? Or either you could have been having somebody else question if they weren't good enough. But there was a lot of confusion that was here, and you're still worrying about some of the things. Some of you could even be trying to think about, like, how can you get back what it is that you had lost out, or what had left you. They're saying don't worry about it because there is something new that's going to be coming in as you make this transition in your life. For a lot of you, this probably won't come in until we get to like Leo season, because you have the Strength card right after that. But it does say that you're going to take a chance. Some of you, this really hurt your ego. It bruised your ego in some sense. It really made you question yourself, have a lot of self-doubt. But they're saying that as long as you move forward, don't be afraid of the thing of taking a risk, of taking a chance, of going and meeting new people. Because they're saying the right one or something is going to come into your life at the right time. They're saying there may be something from your past that comes around trying to spark up some type of communication with you. For others of you, this one just came in. Whatever it is that either you walked away from or it walked away from you, they're spreading lies about about you or whatever the situation was to make themselves feel better and get pity from other people. They're making something seem worse than what it really was, or they're making you seem like you were worse than what they're making you seem. How do I word this? They're making your character seem worse than what it is, if it's even bad. But they're saying to just focus on yourself and keep moving forward. It's going to upset the person because they're going to actually see you doing well. But it's saying at the last card, the Five of Pentacles that came out, this door had to be shut. There's a lot better that's coming. Your confidence will be restored as you start doing things that's going to bring you that happiness. As you start doing things that you didn't think that you were actually going to do. There's going to be a lot of people that you're going to end up meeting that are going to push you in a new direction of life. And this is going to come as you leave things emotionally behind from what has walked away or what you walked away from. Let's clarify these cards. That was a mouthful to even try and get out. For some of you, you guys could still be in a situation that you know is not good for you still, but you want to walk away from it. Emotionally, you're already detaching from whatever this is, and you're keeping your eyes out for something new. For a lot of you, maybe August is going to be that time where you finally let something go, because it completely depletes you. And because of this, you've probably already been like giving little hints out to other people about whatever it is that you're planning on walking away from, but you're not divulging that information to the source that itself that you are disconnecting from. And for some of you, as bad as it is, as you're gossiping about whatever this is, telling little secrets and stuff to other people about what's going on, it's making you feel better because you are actually really worried about having to divulge whatever this is, having to let somebody know this isn't working out anymore, so it's best if I just go my separate way and close the door on this. All right, let's see. Why is the Hangman here in the reverse? What became clear to the Geminis? Remember, when I tell you this stuff, I put it in terms of dealing with other people. Some of you, this is like an internal battle that's going on within yourself, where you have to give back to yourself, where you have to leave a certain part of yourself behind in order to find something new, something more of value. You have the Strength card in the reverse, as well as the Hierophant in the reverse. And you also have the Four of Swords in the reverse with this Hangman in the reverse. And you have the Three of Cups in the reverse. So for a lot of you, this could be a group of people that you have to detach from, or there was a group of people that played a part in this. There is that rebuilding phase. You guys are going to be scared of this as you're finding new things out about yourself. You're scared of what's coming in the future. You're going to be thinking about the things that made you all happy and tempted to go back to whatever it is that you love. But they're saying to hold up against that, because if you go back, you're going to be faced with the same problems, the same temptations, the same issues are going to arise, and you're going to be left feeling more depleted because of this. They're saying you have to leave something for good behind in order to find that balance that comes back within. For a lot of you, you're going to end up seeing things for what the truth of the matter really is around that Sagittarius full moon, which is in 2 weeks from when I'm recording this. With this hanged man in the reverse, what you detached yourself from, it was hard for you to do, or it was hard for this other person to do, to release whatever this was, because it was a lot of fixed energy here. There was a lot of mutable energy as well. But you also have the Hierophant. So for a lot of you, this was something that you thought was going to last for a long time, but then something ended up happening and the realizations came out that this needs to either change or this has to be removed. I can't stay in this anymore. Things got so delusional. Things were so confusing to the point where something just knocked you in the face and was just like, I don't want this. I can't be with this energy. So I have to remove myself from this. For a lot of you, this was something that either you were thinking of doing for a while or the person that you were dealing with was thinking of doing for a while. And now it's finally happened where your thoughts it's no longer dormant. So now it's come up to the surface and you're actually speaking it and saying, I have to leave this behind. I can't do this anymore. For a lot of you, this is going to take a hit to your ego. You're going to be worried about this and you're going to be left really confused about why did the things happen the way they did. But they're saying this is so you can find yourself and become comfortable with yourself once again and realize you don't always need that other counterpart to feel complete. They want me to ask what the Eight of Cups is. They want me to do a whole first row. Okay. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Walking away. You let go of this burden. You let go of all the things that brought you a lot of worry, burden, responsibilities as you walk away from this. You're going to feel this sense of relief after a while as you continue to emotionally detach and not have to put forth that energy towards whatever this is that's leaving you all's life. For a lot of you, this was something that was very heavy to walk away from or to come to that realization that something was actually over. You guys have the King of Swords with the Four of Wands in the reverse, and you also have the Moon card in the reverse. So there was a clear cut of something. There was a huge clarification that came in that you had to leave whatever this was behind. Something was either draining you financially or draining you emotionally and physically to the point that other people were like starting to step in and you were just like, I can't deal with this anymore. I have to let this go. Again, either you or them cut this out and it was clear cut. It was like, this is something that there's no going back to. This is a definite, clear cut, concise decision. You've seen everything for what it was, or this person saw everything for what it was, and they realized this is not the stability that I thought that I was going to get out of whatever this type of relationship is. For some of you, this is friends. For some of you, this could be work. For others of you, this could be an actual very close relationship. For others of you, you've also come to the realization that something that you thought was going to be in your life for a long time, someone, not romantically, but it's somebody that you probably valued a lot or you thought that they valued a lot. It's become clear to you now that it's never going to go back to what you thought it was going to be. You know that relationship tie has been cut. For some of you, this was your own doing. For others of you, this was just a decision that somebody had to make for their own clarification, their own sanity. And now you're realizing that you may want to reach out to this person, but you're not sure how that's going to go. If you do reach out, I do feel like that person may tell you, like, no, you stay over there, I'm over here. You live your life over there, I'll live mine over here. We don't ever have to be in communication with each other again. That time in our lives has separated, and we don't need to try and merge it back together. I do see a block in communication. Why is the Fool card here? For the Geminis, please. Yeah, there's that block again. It's something cold turkey, cutting out something cold turkey. For those of you that aren't from the States, cold turkey is just like when you, like, for example, you're smoking cigarettes and then you're just like, oh, I'm not going to smoke anymore. And you literally stop right then and there and you never pick a cigarette up again. That's like what cold turkey is. If you're watching this from like another country, that's not a predominantly English speaking country. Why is the Fool here for the Geminis, please? One more card. For some of you, you may decide that you're going to try and take a chance on something. Something that you want to keep in your life. You may decide that you're going to reach out to whatever this energy is or this other person is just to see, can I try and get something back with them? Or this person could do this towards you. You guys have the Six of Swords in the reverse. You also have the Tower card and you have the Six of Pentacles. So they're saying, when you decide to take that leap of faith, when you decide to move on from something and welcome in this new phase of life that's coming in and not being afraid of what the future has to hold. Because even though you guys are a mutable sign, you do, once you get something, you want it to stay in you all's life. As long as it's willing to adapt to what you want it to adapt to. Or as your life is adapting, you're going to want it to adapt to how your life is adapting. And that doesn't work for everybody. That's a mindset that you all get stuck in, which is why the Six of Swords is here. You're gonna, so for some of you mentally, this is going to be a hard thing for you to move on because you did have a lot of emotional tie to this, whatever leaves from your life or whatever you are realizing has left from you. But then something unexpected is going to change in your life and you're going to end up getting some type of reciprocation back. There is this energy of something coming in that's going to give to you evenly as much as you give to it. It's a very well-balanced thing that you all are going to be encountering. This could also be some form of help that you get or some type of help that you come to epiphany all of a sudden. I have to seek help in order to create some type of positive change, but you have to have strength for that. You have to have the courage to complete that as well. For a lot of you, if you do this, it's going to be the deconstruction of the self, which is going to cause you to actually have to look at yourself and be like, do I really like myself? Or do I just think I like myself and do things that I think other people will like me better for doing? It's going to come to one of those things, which may be the confusing thing for you, but then it leads to like this new self value that you're going to find. A lot of you are going to try to have a hard time making this change because you have a lot of stuck energy here, but this is going to have to be a willful change that you're willing to embark on for your own sanity and your own self-help. Why is the Strength card here? Whatever this is, it's causing you all to do a huge reevaluation of the self. You guys have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, so that's good. You let go of like the things that you've done either to other people or what other people have done towards you. And you're going to be getting the courage to move on from that. You're going to be able to accept certain parts of yourself that you weren't accepting before. And that's why that Strength card is here. You're going to have to sit with it for a while because you have the Chariot card that came out. I almost said the Strength card again. It came out in the reverse. So there's going to be times where you feel like you're getting forward movement, forward motion in accomplishing these things to create a better version of yourself for the future. But then there's also going to be blocks that you're not going to be able to get through. It's going to be harder for you to break through that barrier. You guys also have the Ace of Swords, which is that clarity. Coming to the realization that you're not meant for everybody and everybody's not meant for you. You guys have the Three of Swords in the reverse, and you also have the Hanged Man again. There's going to be certain things from your past that are going to pop up that you're going to have to break that barrier, that mold through in order to gain that clarity. And this is the middle of all the 5 cards that came out. It is five, right? Yeah, the 5 cards that came out for this clarifying strength card. So as you're making progress for a better way of living, of this better life that you're creating, you're getting that clarity that comes in every now and again to be like, oh, I guess I can change this about myself, which in turn brings in that healing of a lot of past trauma about why you do the things you do now. And then also for some of you, I don't know why this is coming in, you're not going to be able to move forward from something. If this is something that you did to betray somebody, you won't be able to move forward until you give them a heartfelt apology for everything that was done. And then you'll be able to release that guilt, that guilty conscience that you guys have about something that was done in the past. If you don't do it, you're going to be stuck with this for a while. You're going to always be thinking about that energy or that individual that you probably did something to, because you're going to know that they've moved on, whether they have that apology from you or not. But you're not going to feel necessarily good about it until you give them that what it is that you feel you did wrong to them. But I do see like there's a lot of stuck energy that's here. There's a lot of bad feelings. There's a lot of wanting to go back. But then you're also going to end up, if you go back to something that was not meant for you, you know it wasn't meant for you, you're going to lose your power in it again. Let me get your oracle cards and then we will be done. We have never-ending story in the reverse, which is the whole thing I've been talking about. Something is playing over and over in your head, and for some of you, this is a change within yourself that you have to make. But it's always going to keep coming up until you address it. For some of you, this has to be something that, like at the beginning when I told you like something walked away, this is going to keep playing over and over for you until you get in your mind that everything isn't meant for you. Everybody's not going to like you. There's times when our chapter in people's lives run out, or even the chapter within ourselves runs out, that you're going to have to accept, and then you have no place like home. So once you address all of this, you'll be able to come back to yourself. Once you address past traumas, things that have made you how you are right now that you know are not good, you're going to be able to come back to your true self. When you see yourself, are you there? Which is ironically what I'm calling my gallery exhibit that I'm doing later this year. All right, Geminis, that's all I have for you. I hope you all enjoyed this message. I'm going to try and get these out as often as I can with everything that's the crazy going on in my life right now. So I will see you all later. Again, happy birthday.